We're not just concerned about this. We should be outraged about this. Just as we're outraged when things go wrong in other parts of the world and weigh in with sanctions, and we should, and our voices, and we should, this is happening in our own hemisphere, right underneath our nose. And it is shameful that the leadership of our government has so far not done more to address this. But we can change that, and I'm hoping that we will. What I hope to do over the next few days is to propose specific sanctions against individuals and companies associated with the Maduro regime so that they know that there are consequences for what is happening here. And you think our sanctions have an impact on Russia and its violations of Ukrainian sovereignty? Sanctions against Maduro and his government would have dramatic sanctions. They would have dramatic impact. Because all those people that are around him, that are getting rich off this regime, that are supporting these abuses so they can stay in power and keep making money, they all have bank accounts and property and restaurants and businesses and mansions in the United States of America. And if you support this government should sanction you. And I asked what I did a few weeks ago in a speech on this subject. If the United States of America will not stand up and be a strong voice on behalf of people who all they seek is freedom and liberty that our own founding documents say belong to all people, rights given to them by their Creator. If the United States of America will not be a forceful voice, what nation on earth will? They look to us. Our own model of freedom and our republic inspires people. We say that we stand for these principles. We need to defend them when they are threatened, especially in our backyard. And so I hope that in the weeks to come, we can pursue these targeted sanctions against some of these individuals associated with the government, like the Assembly President Diosdado Cabello, like others, such as these individuals who we will come on the floor in the next few weeks and identify by name, who benefit from the systematic violation of human rights in Venezuela, who are stealing money from the Venezuelan people, who are using the resources of that nation to enrich themselves. In the next few weeks, we will identify them by name and the properties they own and the assets they hold in our own nation. But I implore my colleagues not to ignore this issue. This is happening right now, right in our own backyard, in our own hemisphere. And it is impacting real people at an extraordinary price. And so I hope in the weeks to come that I, along with Senator Menendez and others that have united behind us and with us, will be able to convince enough of my colleagues to take the next step. We've already unanimously passed a resolution condemning all this, and I thank my colleagues in the Senate for that. The next step is to build in real consequences for being a part of this. And my colleagues, you will have an opportunity to be a part of this in the next few days, especially when we return next week. And I hope we can get a hearing on these sanctions in the Foreign Relations Committee, and I hope we can get passage of it here on the floor, so we can send a clear signal to the people of Venezuela. The people of the United States of America are on your side. We support your cause. We will not forget what you are going through. We will not abandon your aspirations. We stand for the liberty and the freedom of all people, including those who do not live here with us. And this is the thing we're going to have a chance to do in the next few days. And so I thank you for your attention on this matter. I hope we can successfully take action. Madam President, I yield the floor and suggest the absence of a quorum.
Clerk will